Hello, this is Carson Cook, your CSO Pro, and welcome to the channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our future uploads. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are again, and welcome back to the CSO Pro. Again, my name's Carson Cook, and today, guys, we've got a really badass topic that we really want to talk about today. Not only just in basic communication skills, but what we're going to talk about today, guys, is very, very important. It's going to be emotions in decision making. Now, this is a really fun topic to speak about because it's not only on the seller's side, but it's also on the consumer side. So when you buy stuff yourself, so if you're a sales professional watching these videos, guys, when you go buy stuff, most of the time you make decisions not based off of logic, but you may make them based off of emotion. And this is huge when you understand, guys, how you build up rapport. Now, there's tons of books out there, guys, on how to build up rapport, how to start good relationships, how to have great and awesome communication, to kind of break the ice, to lay the platform so that you can build up rapport in your sale. And you need rapport in everyday life, guys. Just like we talk about in some of the other videos, the top CEOs of most major companies, guys, they started off in sales, or they're professional salesmen, they're professional communicators, politicians, mentalists, psychologists. These guys are professional communicators. And as sales professionals, that is literally what we need to be studying to sell our products. So we're going to talk about that today, guys. Super, super cool topic to understand is emotional decision making. So we're going to talk about emotional decision making. We're going to talk about 3 different points. Right? The first one is going to be emotionally, you need to believe in your product. Okay, emotionally, you need to believe in your product. Okay, the second thing that we're going to talk about is emotional decisions versus logical decisions. Okay, and this is very, very important, guys. And you'd think that if you sell a financial product or if you sell a car, it's a financial decision. Well, guys, not all the time. Actually, most of the time, it's not a financial decision. It's more of a logical decision. And then the next one, number 3, is we're going to talk about the full sales process. You need to make it emotional, and we'll talk about why. Okay. Now, you're going to tell Carson, you're going to say, well, Carson, the comments below, and you're going to say, well, hey, I deal with a lot of clients that are all business. They want to go straight to the point, which makes sense, but that's your job. Your job is to turn it into an emotional decision. Okay. People will make a decision based off of emotion. And people that are both left brain and right brain, we all still make decisions based off of emotion. Now, you'll think that people that are good with numbers say, well, I will make my decision based off of something that's very logical. And that's true, but to you, those numbers are emotional, okay? And we'll discuss that here in a little bit. So the first thing that we're going to talk about today, guys, in why emotional decision making is so important is that you also need to emotionally believe in your product. Now, if you're working for a company that sells, I don't know, water softener pellets, and you go business to business or door to door and you sell water softener pellets, that product is, pardon my language, guys, but it's pretty damn boring. It's a crappy product. But you need to make sure that you're emotional about it, because people will pick up on that and they'll reciprocate that. If you're selling your product with emotion, you're excited to sell it, then they will pick up on that. Okay, and people want to be with the crowd. People want to be with the emotions. Okay, people will make all sorts of decision making, and they'll create all sorts of different actions and statements when you're in a group of people based off of that given emotion of that group. Okay, so it's the same kind of thing. If you're selling your product with not a lot of emotion, and this is difficult because emotional selling, okay, is very taxing on your brain. All right, you have to be excited all the time about something that you might not be excited about. So if you are not excited about your product, one tip that I can give you, you need to make sure that you believe in your product, that you're emotionally intact with your product, you're emotionally excited about it, okay, that you need to find the positive attributes that you actually might like, okay? So for example, if you sell water softener pellets, you say that you use those in your house and you love to take showers and you like the hot water, and that's what you love all about it. So your pitch needs to be about that. You need to get emotionally involved in your sale, okay, so that your client sees that you're emotional. Sometimes they might not be emotional right off the bat, right? They're going to think, oh, this guy's crazy. But who cares? That's the point. You need to be excited about selling your product. And if you're not emotionally involved, then go find another company with a better product that you want to sell, and you'll have more success, okay? Very, very important to be emotionally believe in your product, emotionally believe in all the positive attributes. And if you can't find one, then you got to find a new product. Okay, next thing, guys, emotional decision making versus logical decision making. Now, this is a super, super important topic because people that sell financial products, or people that sell cars, or people that sell, let's say timeshares, okay, these are very much financial products which work off of numbers, and numbers work off logic, right? 1 + 1 = 2, that's it, right? 2 + 2 + 2 = 4, that's it. And that's just math, right? I'm not saying that we don't want to use all emotion in our selling process. okay? But we need to understand that even if people are very logical, doctors, lawyers, accountants, tax professionals, IRS agents, whoever it is, they're very, very logical. They work with numbers, but that part of that logic is emotional to them, okay? And emotional people are very emotional about other things. So we need to find out what is the difference between emotional decision-making and logical decision-making. Now think about when you buy a product. You buy a product for its attributes. You also might buy a product because of its cost, because it's a cheap product. It's something that, hey, I got a deal on this. I felt like I got a deal. That me feeling like I get a deal is an emotional decision for me. I want to have that positive attribute in my heart where, shit, I got a deal on this. And look at this, I can show this off because I know a lot of other people that have this too, but they didn't get it for this price. So that's my emotional thought. Then there's other people buy the same product and they come in with an emotional things and they say, well, I might have got a good deal, I might have got a bad deal. Who cares? I wanted this car because it's this fast and I want to show it off to all my friends or whatever, okay? But you have to understand is that most buying decisions, if not all buying decisions, guys, are always going to be based off of emotion. Even when a group gets together, okay, and a certain department in your organization or the organization you're selling to decides to make the next step or the next move and purchase that product, they outweigh all the costs and all the benefits. But a lot of their decisions within that group, which is why you need to be involved, okay, is emotional. Now you need to know all sorts of extra factors with each person in that group making that decision so that you can influence each decision emotionally so that you can come to an agreement. Right? Now, that's all said and done and great, guys. If the product that you're selling, is going to work for your client, it's an awesome product, you believe in it fully, and it's going to really, truly help them. I mean, that's it, right? So then now you can effectively get involved with each piece in that group, each person in that board. Now, we're also going to say, you're going to say, Carson, well, if I have a board presentation, that's the first part of the sale. That is the introduction, okay, right, to the product, the company, and the group. So you better make that emotional. Now that leads us to the third step, guys, which is you need to keep the full sales process emotional. If it's too formal, that's your job. You got to make it emotional. Crack a joke in front of a board of millionaires or billionaires when you're pitching your product, because everybody else that's selling this product, let's say they have a day of presentation where there's 5 or 6 groups coming in to pitch their product to the board. That's the only shot you get. Okay, well, you're going to be the one that's going to be recognized if you bring emotion, okay, into that sales process, right? So in that introduction, you need to tell a story. Everybody likes stories. Like we said in some of our previous videos, we have Hollywood. It's the biggest storytelling movie industry in the whole entire planet. There's Bollywood in India. There's all sorts of different movie places around, movie industries all over the world, but Hollywood is followed all over the world, okay? We are a culture of telling stories, and that's one way to get emotions across, even to very stiff people. Now, stiff people, lawyers that are, very high and mighty, right? Doctors, people that make a lot of money, that don't have time for you, right? And they're assholes, okay? Or people that are business owners that hear the same pitch over and over, so they don't really have any 1 ounce of respect for you. You need to make that emotional. You need to break down that ice. You need to be different than every single other person that came in there that day to tell their pitch, okay? That will give you your best chance, guys, of selling that product to that board or to that asshole person that, that was just rude to you, right? Or that client that was difficult. Okay, we say, oh, this client was difficult, this and that, whatever. Guys, you need to make it emotional, okay? And emotional decision-making needs to be, I need to qualify you, get all the information about you, see if there's something personal within your business or within that room that I can pick out, or any research that I can do before I have that board presentation about something that is personal. And you're gonna say, you know what? Well, people don't mix personal stuff with business. Kind of bullshit, okay? In sales, the more you mix personal stuff with business and the more that you can angle that to emotional stories around how the product will benefit your clients, okay? And how that their business is also part of their daily life and how that will correlate, okay? That's the master ingredient for picking up rapport. It's the master ingredient for helping people make emotional decisions. Emotional decisions in your buying process. They will side with you, okay? They're going to side with emotion more than logic, okay? Which is almost like you'd think counterproductive, but it's not. Numbers can also be emotional. Use logic when you want to prove your point that your product is the best financially, which means it might not be the cheapest, okay? But financially, it's worth every damn penny. And I'm going to tell you a couple stories to help you make an emotional decision around why my product will fit within your business, will fit within your house, will fit within your company, and why it's going to benefit you. Okay, because we all make decisions based off of emotion. We don't make them based off logic. So let me emotionally show you and logically show you how this is going to work for you and your company. All right, thanks a lot, guys. We'll talk to you soon.